And now, CCW News presents Holy Crap! This is actually happening! Think about the Children Edition, June 1st, 2022. I'm Chuck U. Farley. The big news this week is the total vindication of Johnny Depp as he overwhelmingly won his defamation suit against Amber Turd. Heard. Let this be a lesson to all. Don't try to sue when you're the one who lies, cheats, and literally craps all over your marriage. While the entire world analyzed the Depp Turd trial minute by minute, no one noticed that Ghislaine Maxwell got a slap on the wrist, none of the perverts she trafficked children to were outed, and Jeffrey Epstein definitely did not kill himself. Priorities, folks. The big news last week, horrifically, came from the small border town of Uvalde, Texas. Police allowed a madman to shoot up the neighborhood, crash his truck, and then casually saunter through an open door into a fourth-grade classroom with his guns. After locking him in the classroom with the children and evacuating their own children, the spineless police force simply assembled outside the school, doing nothing but tasering and arresting any civilian parents who tried to rescue their children still trapped inside. I wish I were making this up. While the Keystone cowards held off desperate parents for over an hour, the monster inside was able to murder 19 children and 2 teachers until a team of Border Patrol men ignored the stand-down orders and did their job for them by cleanly taking out the bad guy. King Brandon and his Democrat pawns immediately stood on the children's bodies to politicize and demonize the one thing that could, and, no thanks to the police, eventually did, save the rest. Texas skateboarder Beta the Dork even flew to the scene to crash the press briefing and throw a tantrum on camera in hopes that it would boost his gubernatorial campaign, but he was immediately shouted down and removed by the grown-ups in the room. Reports are coming in that not only did the Uvalde police do everything wrong, but the FBI had prior knowledge of this man's intentions. It turns out that he shared Discord chats with the Buffalo shooter, and both communicated directly with a retired FBI officer, because that doesn't sound like a conspiracy theory or anything. Oddly, after an historically first ever quote-unquote leak of a draft from the U.S. Supreme Court threatened to overturn Roe v. Wade, the same people currently demanding gun confiscation to protect other people's children flooded the streets demanding the right to murder their own children themselves. This reporter finds it amazing that the minute it appears state-sponsored infanticide might be found rightfully unconstitutional, so many non-biologists can now magically define the word woman. Even though the damn panic is long over, the unconstitutional mask mandates were wholly dropped in March, and studies have shown that mask mandates had little to no effect on stopping the spread of the Ooga Booga bug, your tax dollars are still paying passive-aggressive hall monitors to tattle on each other for not wearing face masks at NPR headquarters. National Public Radio not only condones, but encourages infantile Karens to become self-righteous totalitarian dictators by first reminding their co-workers to wear their masks, but also offering a special hotline for those who want to report a co-worker anonymously, should they be as self-serving and yellow-bellied as a Uvalde police officer. The state of Oregon now forces all elementary schools to stock tampons in the boys' rooms. I swear, I am not making this up. After spending billions of taxpayer dollars to Ukraine to pretend that the U.S. is not directly at war with Russia, the press asked former Vice President Biden if the U.S. would respond militarily should China attack Taiwan. Biden replied with a quick, simple yes, then followed it up with a word salad about how the U.S. will continue to uphold the One China policy. He then stated that higher prices mean lower inflation, declared that Putin will never win the hearts of the Iranian people, and turned the briefing over to a fat, mentally ill man in a dress, serving as the nation's Assistant Secretary for Health. No, I did not make up a single one of those things. High school dropout and pillar of health billionaire Bill Gates was caught pouring money into dark funds for the sole purpose of attacking Elon Musk. His fear of free speech is understandable, considering folks are saying things like vaccine mandates are useless if the vaccines don't work. Oh, wait. That was Bill Gates who said that. Oops. In other dark money news that isn't really news at all, what we've all known for going on 6 years has now been proven in court. Hillary Clinton knowingly and actively participated in espionage on a level that Watergate could only aspire to. Will she get away with it? She already has. For the record, folks, I did not kill myself either. With his propensity for plagiarism, the meat puppet-in-chief is not known for his originality. He proved it last week by coining the phrase, Ultra MAGA in an attempt to denigrate more than half of the nation. His name-calling failed, however, as it became the ultimate meme now used proudly by said half of the nation. Say hello to the epic superhero, Ultra MAGA Man! Not to be outdone, the Brandon regime came up with a very memorable name, Operation Fly Formula. Not to refer to a global insecticide, but to denote their efforts to airlift baby formula, if he can figure out a way to get it made, to starving families most affected by the regime's own failing policies. Now that Elon Musk has outed Twitter on their manipulative algorithms, censorship, and outright lies, they're in full cover-up mode, which includes eliminating the millions of bot accounts that dogpile on anyone right of Stalin. Asked simply how many real users are actually engaging on the non-free speech platform, Twitter execs estimated that about 5% are fake accounts, which was significant enough for Musk to put his purchase on hold. Later, an audit revealed that 49.3% of accounts following the most popular president ever are indeed fake, which obviously begs the question, if half of his followers are fake, how many of his voters were? 81 million ballots can indeed be wrong. For CCW News, this has been Holy Crap, This is Actually Happening. I'm Chuck U. Farley. Good night, and may God help us.